right here is the OnePlus Nord 2, one of the most sought after phones under rupees 30,000. But with such a hefty competition, has the OnePlus Nord 2 been able to adequately rival its competition, or is it just not up to the mark? Also, what about that blast story about the Nord 2? Lastly, do you think you should be investing in the OnePlus Nord 2 or not? Let's try and find an answer to all of those questions. This is Varun from Guiding Tech Reviews, or GTR, and you're watching my long-term review of the OnePlus Nord 2 after an entire 1 month of use. Let's get started. Also, one more thing, we're giving away a unit of the OnePlus Nord 2 along with other goodies as well. So in case you're interested in that giveaway, make sure to watch this video till the very end to know how to enter the giveaway. Now then, let's move on with the video. The Nord 2 does not look super unique as far as the crop of 2021 smartphones go, but at the same time, the device feels super polished. It's like having a common design but perfecting it in ways that no other brand does. And that's the exact feeling that you get when you hold the Nord 2 in your hand. It feels premium, yet lightweight and affordable. Now, speaking of feeling, the power button here is slightly smaller as compared to other OnePlus devices that I've used or any other smartphone that I've used. And considering that it's a little bit pushed to the top, you might have some trouble adjusting to it in the first place. I'm saying might because obviously everyone has a different grip, but to be very fair, a couple of days with the phone and it'll be all just fine. The phone comes with Gorilla Glass 5 on both the front and back, and you get a plastic frame on the sides. Though with a finish like this, it's really hard to tell. The protection has held up quite fine in the last 1 month of my usage, and I prefer using it that way because although the company does provide a TPU case, I am not a big fan of it. Then we have the display, and okay, let me just say this thing outrightly. Just because the competition is offering 120Hz panels does not mean that a 90Hz panel is bad. In fact, the jump from 90 to 120Hz is not that noticeable, and the fact that this is 90Hz means that the Nord 2 offers a better battery backup as compared to its counterparts. Now, I'm not saying that this display is outrightly better than its competition, but at the same time, all I'm saying is that just people who are rejecting the Nord 2 simply saying that, oh, it has a 90Hz panel, that's just being very stupid because the panel is really good. Now, the refresh rate part aside, the panel in itself has been kind of underwhelming if you compare it with the competition. See, the calibration options available here are quite limited, even if you compare it with previous OnePlus devices. I mean, it's just either sRGB or a vivid mode and nothing else. And the color tuning in the manual options is far too limited, at least to my liking. Now, if you compare the competition such as the likes of Realme, they're offering a screen with up to 1000 nits of brightness with HDR10 and an in-display support of fingerprint along with 120Hz of refresh rate. Now, as for the Nord 2 in itself, it does come with HDR10 plus certifications and all of my streaming apps work fine. Now, like I said, for indoors, when you're watching movies or playing TV shows, it's fine. Though outdoor legibility is a little bit restricted because it's locked at 600 nits and that's the peak brightness. So yeah. Now, one thing that I would like to highlight is that I've been daily driving the OnePlus 9 Pro, so I was a little bit dubious about shifting from a curved panel to a flat screen, but I have to say the overall experience has been good, not just because of the display, but because the ergonomics of this phone make the curves a bit better, so it's easy to hold. Moving along, we have the cameras, and okay, as stupid as this might sound, I think I actually prefer the OnePlus Nord 2's shots over my OnePlus 9 Pro. And I specifically mean shots. I mean, in videos, obviously the 9 Pro is far better and obviously that's a flagship product. But at the same time, the Nord 2 has a very good color processing and the natural effect and the natural color tones in the shots is far more evident as compared to the 9 Pro. I mean, it's good to see as a consumer. It's like OnePlus partnered with Hasselblad, but the fruits of that partnership are being bestowed onto the Nord 2, which is great for everyone. The selfie camera could still use some work, but I feel that's more of a hardware limitation, which is quite well established when you try video calling someone, because the quality is pretty much the same as multiple previous OnePlus cameras. By the way, I've done a thorough camera comparison of the OnePlus Nord 2 with the POCO F3 GT, and a comparison of the Nord 2 with the Realme GT is also coming soon, so make sure to check out that from a card here or from the link down below. Now, while we're on the topic of camera, one more thing that I would like to highlight here is that the camera app here is from ColorOS. And personally, I find that a very welcome change. As good as OnePlus's or Oxygen OS's stock camera app was, ColorOS's camera app is far better. The options are much better placed. It's got a symmetrical design. It's easy to use, and yeah, I just personally love it far more than what was there on previous OnePlus devices. Now, speaking about the software part, the Nord 2 comes with Oxygen OS 11.3, but this is the first phone to be based on Oppo's ColorOS. A lot, and I mean a lot, has already been said about Oppo's partnership with OnePlus, and okay, I'm not going to be dwell into the details over here. I'm just gonna keep things real with you. For now, the OnePlus Nord 2 with the Oppo ColorOS as a base feels really good. I mean, this is the first OnePlus phone that I've used in recent years that I haven't faced any software bugs right out of the box. Even with the OnePlus 9 Pro, I had faced multiple bugs at the launch time, and it took the company multiple software updates to fix them. With the Nord 2, although software updates have been quite frequent, I haven't noticed any major bugs whatsoever, and that is a very, very good thing. As for the changes, the setting page, the supporting icons, especially the battery page, are areas where the changes are quite obvious. But apart from that, almost everything is under the hood, and as a consumer, you won't even notice the differences. So the Nord 2 comes with the Dimensity 1200 SoC, and in my last 1 month of usage, the device has held up quite well, to be honest. This is MediaTek's flagship offering, so whether it's gaming, recording 4K footage, or even multitasking, the phone handles everything super easily. I haven't faced any lags or hiccups here and there, and the thermals on this have been pretty decent too. That's one area where even the OnePlus 9 Pro lags, because if you go about the forums and even if you take my word for it, the device has had multiple bugs where even just putting this phone on the table and leaving it for idle will suddenly result in an overheating situation. OnePlus has tried to control it with various software updates, but yeah, I mean, I am far more pleased with the overall experience that I've gotten from the Nord 2 as compared to even the flagship 9 Pro. Now, speaking about thermals, heat and issues, let's just address the elephant in the room about that whole phone blasting scene. Personally, I find that very hard to believe, and for various reasons. One, there have only been 2 reported cases of that, and both of them were taken down despite OnePlus offering support for them. Now, I'm not sure whether OnePlus asked the original tweeters to take the tweet down, or whether it's just a campaign by a competing brand. But what I'm trying to say is that the build quality here is pretty good. I haven't noticed any issues. My fellow friends, fellow reviewers, nobody has noticed any issues whatsoever, even in the normal thermal department. So rest assured, you can go out and buy the Nord 2 without having to worry about your phone blasting out. Spec-wise, the Nord 2 comes with a 4500 mAh battery, which is at par with its competition. But the 90Hz panel promises a comparatively better battery backup. In my usage, I was able to easily get by an entire day of heavy usage without any issues. The 65-watt charger is great for top-ups, and once again at par with the competition. Okay, so it's quite obvious that the OnePlus Nord 2 is a pretty good device, but let's be real here. India is a very competitive market, and just being good on your own isn't going to be enough. You need to stand up next to your rivals and actually compete with them. Now, with a starting price tag of rupees 30,000, the OnePlus Nord 2 technically starts at 28,000. That must have slipped my mind. Kinda like OnePlus. Anyway, realistically speaking, you can get the OnePlus Nord 2 at a starting price tag of rupees 30,000. And at that price, the phone competes with a ton of smartphones. You have options like Mi 11X and the iQOO 7, both of which come with a Snapdragon 870 processor. Then you have the MediaTek counterparts such as the Realme X7 Max and the POCO F3 GT. So does the Nord 2 have enough in its arsenal to beat all these smartphones? Well, here's what I make of it. None of these smartphones are the best smartphone under 30,000. It's more like having an option for every user and having something for everybody's needs. For instance, if you talk about gaming needs, the iQOO 7 and the POCO F3 GT are clearly targeted towards gaming audiences. Sure, they have good cameras and speakers and everything else, but they're primarily gaming devices. So that's where that market lies. Now, on the other hand, you have devices like the Mi 11X and the Realme X7 Max, which are clearly targeted towards camera enthusiasts who also offer a good performance and great design. And then you have the Nord 2, which is all about the experience. Now, before I conclude, we're giving away a unit of the OnePlus Nord 2. along with some fast chargers from AMX India and a couple of Amazon gift vouchers. How do you enter the giveaway, you ask? Well, it's very simple. There's a link down below, or you can click on the card here to enter the giveaway. Super simple, just follow all the accounts that I've listed and we will announce the winners when we reach 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, stay tuned and best of luck. And well, that was it. If you found this video helpful, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Also, like I said, we have already done good camera comparisons of the Nord 2. But if there's a specific camera comparison that you guys would be interested in, make sure to comment down below and we'll do that. Till then, this is one from GTR and I'll see you in the next one.